Let's talk about an area that in Adobe Photoshop, in my opinion, is just ripe for adventure and discovery. That's blending modes. This lesson is about blending modes and it's about opacity and fill. Let's start with blending modes. Blending modes do one thing. They blend elements of one layer with elements of one or more layers. The blending mode you use, obviously, among these options, would determine the type of effect you will get. For example, let's go to the red layer, which is this big red circle right here. If we come down into one of our blending modes, like, say, multiply, you're multiplying values. Basically, it looks like it all went away, and there's a reason for that. We'll get into more detail on these in this lesson. But if we go to one like screen, you will notice that we begin to see differences in the colors here and here where these two layers blend together. If we go to the green one, which is the next one on top of blue, and do a screen again, what you're looking at is actually the additive and subtractive color sets of red, green, and blue, and cyan, magenta, and yellow, and mixing 100% of red, green, and blue produces pure white. In a sense, we're emulating some of the things we can do with inks in the real world, blending modes. We're going to have a lot of fun with these because there are so many just really cool effects that you can create with blending modes. Here's another example of how they kind of work. I've got a gradient down here that goes from black to white, and it's laying on top of a 50% gray background. If we select the gradient and go, for example, into multiply, you will notice we lose the white areas. What multiply is going to do is it's going to cause any areas that are lighter than the underlying layer to go transparent. That's why we lost that. If we go to, say, screen, which is the opposite, we're saying to the computer any areas darker than the gray will go away. So both layers, in a sense, are interacting with each other, and it depends a lot on what each layer has and what it brings to the table on what you're going to get when you choose any one of these many blending modes. A very powerful tool in Adobe Photoshop. Every layer can have its own individual blending mode.